All right, we get together here on Wednesday evenings and talk about the early days of single sideband. Tonight I'm on the rig that I often get on when I'm short of time, because this Collins PTO and the 310B is the most stable VFO I've got in the shack among my vintage radios, and it was built in 1948. And I'm using it to excite the Heathkit SB10 sideband adapter. And I use that to adapt a novice rig by Heathkit called the DX60. And that DX60 is driving the Collins 30L1, listed on the Drake 2B, with the Q multiplier peaked all the way up. Buy-sell trades are appropriate if they're vintage radio related. And if you've got a technical question about a radio you're working on, this is a great place, because there's a tremendous amount of experience and technical advice available here. All right, KF5YMF. Barry, you're number one. Talk to us. K5LYN.
Hey there, Lynn. Thanks for picking me up. Hey, man, I don't know how you tune all this stuff up, but it sounds great. It sounds like you're running some power. Yeah, I'm on the Swan 500C here, and got a simple dipole up in the air, running through some window wire to it, and Shure 444 mic. And anyways, I'll hopefully catch you guys at the breakfast this weekend. I'm going to eat some grub there anyways. KF5YMF, back to net.
Outstanding, Barry. Breakfast is absolutely on the list, and we'll talk some business when we get there. Good to hear you tonight. You and Doug have first-hand experience with how great the Swan 500s really are. Man, they talk, don't they? All right, W5DPP. Sammy, you still over there somewhere? How about it?
Yeah, good evening there, Lynn. Everybody, old anchors now, just sitting here listening. Good evening to everybody.
Well, sounding good. Tell us about the station.
I guess I'm on this SDR radio this evening. It's the 7000 Anon, and running the RF Kits 2K amplifier, about 1500 watts. So antenna's inverted V up about 90 feet.
Great signal. I find the audio different on that radio compared to most of the things I hear you on. Not that there's anything wrong with it. Am I the only one that thinks it's a little bit different or a little bit strange?
Oh, it's what it is.
Sounds good. It's working. Nice signal into Austin, but it's different. Okay, moving on. Mr. CXG. Hey, Bob, you up there somewhere? How about it? K5LYN.
I'm out here somewhere. K5CXG out in San Angelo on the old 830. Going to I'm just going 830, going to the old Merchant Center and converted V about, I don't know, about like lens, about 17, 18 feet off the ground. About the same antenna, actually. And other than that, I'm trying to resurrect my old novice station. If anybody out there got old DX40, let me know. I'm looking for a DX40 and a J38. I'm gonna get my novice station back. Anyway, everybody have a good week. It's hotter than hell out here. It really is, and we're not getting any let up, and of course, no rain. I hope nobody burns us down over the 4th with fireworks, because, you know how people do. We'll see y'all later. Everybody have a good week.
Okay, Bob. Hey, I too had a DX40, and I don't know where they went, because it's a far superior radio to this DX60 that I'm on now. The DX60s, all the switches fall apart on them, and they really didn't use good quality, but the DX40 was a good one. So good luck. I hope we can score you one. Sounded good tonight. Okay, let's see here. KC5L. Tom, talk to us on the Central Electronics.
Good evening, Lynn and Bone Anchor's Net. Tom, KC5L in San Antonio. And tonight we're talking on the Central Electronics 200V transmitter and 600L amplifier, D104 microphone. The tuner is a Johnson KW Matchbox, and the antenna is a homebrew doublet up about 15 feet, and we're listening on the R390A. And you have a great signal in San Antonio this evening. Back to you, Lynn, KC5L.
Tom, did I lose you, or you turned it back to me?
He turned it back.
Okay, up and down. Mostly a good signal. Okay, Tom, did I miss anything there at the end?
Nope, I don't have anything else. KC5L.
Okay, yeah, up and down. Well, we got unstable conditions here right now, but they're moving in the right direction. All right. Hey, how about it, Dan? WOZ, K5LYN, over to you.
Yeah, good evening, Lynn, and all the other boat anchors. Got a lot of noise on here. I have the Austin noise, I think. This is Dan, KWZ, middle of Houston, Texas, where we have periodically a lot of noise in the evenings, but it disappears about 8 o'clock. Running a Kenwood TS830, homebrew 3813s, and antennas and inverted V, about 45, 42 feet. I did fix my 20 and 40 meter inverted V's or dipoles out here yesterday. Got kind of warmed up doing it, but I got brand new pulley working, and I raise it, lower it whenever I want. Looks good, works good. 1-to-1 SWR across most of 80 meters on this antenna, and about the same on 40. So got two good ones. KWOZ, back to now.
Very nice signal, Dan, and you and I share that weird noise issue that comes and goes. Can you tell if yours is any worse in the spring, or is it year-round?
Summer is much worse. I think it has something to do with some air conditioner or whatever. It sounds like a sparking something or other, just frying, a buzz, I guess, but I think it's worse in the summer by a long shot.
Me too, by far. Way worse, and sometimes mine sounds like an electric motor running, and it changes. I don't get it, but I wish one of us could figure it out and share it with the other. All right, hey, Mr. WA5MTT, Mike, I heard you earlier. You're lurking up there, K5LYN.
Yeah, Lynn, I am here. Good evening to everybody on Boat Anchors Net. Tonight I'm on the usual Collins S-line, 1961 vintage winged emblem, 75S2 receiver, 32S1 transmitter, and the 30S1 amplifier. The microphone is Electro Voice 674. And I'm the second owner of this station. Resurrected it in about 5 years ago. It had not been on the air since the early 1980s, but it's in very nice cosmetic condition, and I really enjoyed having it. Other than that, enjoyed a little bit of rain here the other day, and I'm ready for some more. Back to you, Lynn.
Yeah, about that Collins, you said 5 years ago. I didn't realize. So, and it's perfect every time we hear it, Mike. That rig has been without any issues whatsoever for 5 years straight. Is that right?
That's right. I turned it on tonight and touched up the grid drive a little bit, and that was it.
That's why we like Collins. My S-line that I keep on 20 meters, I'm into almost 25 years with it now. They're amazing. All right, moving on. HHW. Hey, Henry, talk to us. K5LYN.
Yeah, this is Henry, W5HHW. Good afternoon to everybody. We're talking on the same old radio we talk every weekend on. It's weekend, I should say, week. TS900, driving 4813s, homebrew, grounded grid, inverted V, up about 50 foot or close to it. And a good afternoon to everybody, and it's right back in net control.
Huge signal into Austin, Henry. And you guys with 4.813s. 2.813s is the best I ever did. And I've got another one of those out in the storage building, one of those B&W 813 amps that I had when I lived out in the country. But 4 would be better than 2. But you guys got it made. Great signal. WV1E, talk to us, Doug.
Okay, hello everybody on the Boat Anchors Unlimited Net. This is Doug, WB1E over here, and just outside of Bryan, and just outside a little town called Reliance. And talking to you on the Rigger Old, the Swan 500, driving it, this Clipperton L with, I think about 35 watts, and the old Clipperton is in high range, and it's performing nicely with about 600 watts out, so awesome. I'm looking at my Spectrum on two Spectrum analyzers. Both of them probably went for in the upper $20,000. I think the HP one was more like a 38, something around there, and it still lives. I'll just say that. It's a little quirky here and there, but anyway, having fun on the Boat Anchors Net. Everybody sounded awesome. So this is WB1E, back to net.
Very well done, sir. Very well done. All right. Let me pick up KC5WLF Jimmy, and then I'm going to pass this thing to Jay, because that's 2/3 of the people I've got on the list early. Oh, I'm going to pick up one more. I'm going to pick up AG5XP, because I haven't talked to Kenneth in a long time. So, KC5WLF. Jimmy, you sitting over there somewhere? How about it? K5LYN. Well, Jimmy hadn't gone far, so let's talk to Kenneth. AG5XP. Talk to us, Kenneth.
Yeah, thank you, Lynn, for picking me up. Glad you got your antenna situation under control since your tree went down. But glad you got it going over here in Brownwood. My name is Kenneth. Tonight we're on a couple old helicopters. Got an HT32A transmitter and got it hooked up to the matching HT33A amplifier. Got the old Heathkit 2040 tuner and the dreaded G5RB antenna, and it's all controlled by a D104 microphone. Back to you, Lynn.
All right, Kenneth. Well, it's always good to see you in the YL prowling around among the trailers and the boxes and stuff like that, because I know if you're there, every good deal's going to be found, and great signal into Austin. Good to hear you. Any new projects in the works up there?
Oh, not the present time. I need to get my SX42 receiver going, but the only thing I need to do to it is speed it up a little bit, because when you key it, it still receives it just for a second there, so it's kind of annoying when you key down, you get a big blast of audio out of it. So I'm going to work the screen grid circuits over on that, and then I'll be listening on that. Right now I'm using a Kenwood TS530 for monitoring.
Okay. All right, you're the engineer that knows how to do this. Keep us posted on that project. Okay, Jay, you want it? You want me to tell you who I've got? But I bet you've got them all. What do you think? KM5QS, K5LYN.
Well, hey, if I miss anybody that you've got written down, that'll give you somebody to holler at when we get done.
We can do that.
Okay, I've got quite a few more, so probably 7 or 8. Anyway, let me holler back at Jimmy one more time in case he was just a little bit out of earshot. KC5WLF. Jimmy, are you there?
KM5JGX with information.
I'm sorry, November 5 who?
November 5 Juliet Golf X-ray.
Oh, Hugo. Okay. I'll get you in a minute, Hugo.
Well, I was just going to tell you, Jimmy went and ran to the store. He's trying to be back by 7:30. I just talked to him a few minutes ago.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll catch up with him then whenever he gets back. Thank you, sir. All right. Let me see. Where am I at? I'm lost. No, I'm not. KB0UOZ. How about Missouri out there?
Well, I'm here. Am I close on frequency, or do I need to move?
No, stay where you are. I can understand you just fine.
All right. Well, I was had women that didn't tell me that. Anyway, let's see. We're on our Heathkit hot water 101, and got the SB1000 running here. Going through the SB, let's see, it's the SSA 2060 tuner out the ladder line to the 75 meter inverted V. So that's kind of the station here, Jay, running Shure 450, let's see, what is this thing? It's hard to tell about these things. You got to look at them and see look at the bottom. It's a Shure 450 Series 2. I don't know what the difference is between that and the 450. So, but anyway, I hope things are doing what they're supposed to. Good evening all the way around, and all set up and right along. KB0UOZ.
Okay, Perry. No problem at all. Clean, clear copy all the way through. You always come to, or most if there's any kind of band at all, you always come down here good. So no exceptions this evening. Sounded great. I forgot to mention what I was on there a minute ago. I'm on a Kenwood TS820 using the R820 for a receiver. Driving a TL922 amplifier through a homebrew antenna tuner, homebrew open wire line, and antenna.
160-meter dipole up at feed points are about 80 feet in the air, and ends are about 30 feet in the air, something like that. Anyway, seems to work for now until Mother Nature gets upset with it. Never know. All right, KE5Q, Jim, how about you?
Yeah, KM5QS in the net. This is Jim, KE5Q in Plano. Good evening. And I guess the band is getting a little bit better here. Hearing station's a little bit louder. Tonight we're on the KWM2 round emblem, and we're driving the L4B amplifier, and that's going into the Ultimax 8040 double bazooka, and using the Shure 444 mic. So hopefully you're hearing me out there. KM5QS, KE5Q.
Well, Jim, I'm hearing you fine. I'm hearing everybody pretty well. Everybody's doing a good job this evening. I would like to brag on my receiver and say that it's because I have such an excellent receiver, but I kind of suspicion it has as much to do with the transmitters I'm listening to as it does with... But anyway, no, it sounds great, Jim. No problems.
All right, well, you are sounding good here, too. Just about everybody's coming in. Hadn't missed, I don't think, anybody yet. KE5Q.
All right, good deal. K5LT, how about you, Lyle?
Good evening, Jay, and everyone on the net. This is K5LT. Name on this is Lyle. And I'm located a little bit north of Bernie, Texas, about 30 miles outside of San Antonio. And we've actually made it another week on the repairs to the Heath kit, so I'm going to call the repairs good because it's still working. Hadn't had any issues with it all week, so I'm a happy camper with that. And here we are. So running the usual rig tonight, Jay. Run the Heath Kit SB101, going into the Heath Kit SB221 amplifier, out to a double extended depth antenna, run through the cedar trees. So all is good. So back to you, K5LT.
All right. As long as the cedar tree doesn't catch fire, you'll be in good shape. But no, it sounds great. It's working fine for you. Let me see. Thanks for checking in. We'll catch you next time. I'm sure it'll still be working next week. All right, Mr. Byron, WA5EDX. Can you hear me?
Oh, loud and clear, Jay. I know 820 is just kicking up dust on a muddy road, like they say. Speaking of Kenwood, that's exactly what I'm on. Kenwood 530S, same one I was on last week barefoot. Just enjoying the cooler cool front this week. Man, it's good to be below 100 and the lower humidity, so I think I'm going to live, at least till the 4th of July, and it gets hot again. So, hi, good evening, everybody. Happy 4th of July. You all stay safe, and we'll see you next week if you do. Back to you, Jay. Thank y'all for running the net. WA5EDX.
Okay, Byron. Yeah, those 530s, I think I don't necessarily think they're underrated, but I think they're every bit as good as the 830s in most respects. But the audio always seems to be good on them. Anyway, all righty. Good talking to you, Byron. We'll catch you next week. Whiskey 5 Tango Fox. How about you, Terry?
Yeah, hello there, Jay, and everybody on the net. I was looking at my phone and I heard my call, so I had to lay it down. On the same old rig here tonight, Central Electronics 100B transmitter with a D104. The receiver is a SB301 Heath kit, and I'm driving the SB220 up to a double bazooka up at about 45 feet. Everybody's coming in well. It was a little bit rough about 30-40 minutes ago, but everybody's jumping up there where they ought to be. We're getting a little rain this whole week, so I'm not going to complain, but it does contribute to the noise sometimes. So back to you, Jay. KN5QS, W5 Tango Foxtrot, over.
Okay, Terry, good deal. Yeah, well, I'm jealous. We sure could use some rain down here, and
Didn't really want to get a tropical storm to get it, but I'll tell you, at this point, we're about ready for anything. Anyway, no, sounds fine down here, working great. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Phil out there, N5PS. Go ahead, sir.
Good evening, Jay and the net. This is Phil at Vicksburg, Mississippi, here, just outside of town, out in the county. But anyway, we got a little rain today. We got 2 tenths, and man, I'm proud to have it. We haven't had any rain in a month, and my garden's suffering. But anyway, I've got a round MMS line here, 32F3, a 75F3B. I've got the 312B4 and the 516F2. I've got a high go-line mic on it, and I'm pushing a Heath Kit SB200, getting about 600 out of it. Yeah, maybe a little more. And I've got a pretty simple wire inverted B at 45 feet. It's actually a Spider. It's got 3 bands on it. It's working quite well. Has been anyway. And the noise level's pretty high. And that's about all I can do, fellas. This is N5PS. Back to Nick.
Okay, Phil. Sounded good. Always does. At least when Mother Nature gives us a little bit of a break. Thank you, sir, for checking in. Good visiting with you. We'll see you next week, if not before. I think thought I heard somebody keying the mic up there. I wonder if WLF is back. Well, we'll try him again in a little bit. I'm sure he's doing something good for the cause. Hugo, you got anything for the net? November 5 JGX?
Yeah, thank you, Jay. N5JGX. Hopefully everything's working great here. We're using a Kenwood TS2000 and an ALS 600 and a KK5DR special antenna. We're 80 currently, and that's what we're running tonight. And everybody is sounding good. We got some rain yesterday. Glad of that. I think the average was about 1.5 inches. 1.5 inches all the way around town from where the measuring points were. So that's kind of good too. KM5QS and the multitudes N5JGX, Austin Cedar Park.
Okay, Hugo. Thank you, sir. All right. Well, let's see. I haven't heard him yet, but I wonder if Norman's out there. K5SAC.
Oh, that is perfect timing. Good evening, Jay and the net from Kilo 5 Sierra Alpha Charlie, Norman in Nederland, Texas, just south of Beaumont. I'm a little late today because I had some outdoor chores to do. We had a little sprinkling of rain, and we got 4 inches promised to us through the weekend, which we need so badly. I'll be glad to quit dragging the hoses around. But it's nice and cool out there this evening. I think I'll take my little exercise walk, take advantage of it. Everybody's sounding great. I thought we'd have a bunch of static and hard to copy, but having a great session tonight. Got the same old KWM2, 30L1, inverted V homebrew, 10 through 80, up on the flagpole, about 30 feet up. So good to hear everybody tonight. Pick up a few more while it's good, Jay. K5SAC, back to the net.
Okay, Norman, good deal. I don't know. I just had a feeling that might have been you keying up because it wasn't Jimmy. He didn't answer, so we'll have to catch him when he gets home. Both of y'all have a real good signal down here. You always do. That Collins is one of the best I've heard. All of them are sounding good tonight, but anyway, thank you, sir. All right. Is there anyone else for the Boat Anchors Unlimited?
W5OZZ.
I think we had W5DK Don also.
And Whiskey Alpha 5 Delta Sierra Sierra.
Okay. Let's see. I got Don, Delta Sierra Sierra, and W5DK. Okay. Go ahead, Don.
Yes, Don WB5OZZ.
Running a old Kenwood here, 830S, and a 922, a amplifier, and a bazooka for 45 feet over.
Alrighty. Everything working up there today?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, good deal. All right, well, there's another Don there, Whiskey 5 Delta Kilo.
Yeah, thank you, Jay. Good evening, everybody on the net. Glad everybody's here. Everybody's sounding good. I'm in Spring Branch, Bulverde, north of San Antonio, and I'm just on my normal trusty, dusty Drake TR4 transceiver with a D104 microphone. Turning things on and off with a C4 console, and I got an L4 amp running legal, and that's on a double bazooka tonight. So good to hear everybody. Back to you, Jay. Thanks for running the net. W5DK.
All right, Don. Good deal. Okay, DSS, your turn.
All right, this is WA5DSS, Bill in Kerrville, and we're on another KWM2 and a 30L1 into an Ultimax 8040. Good net tonight, enjoying hearing everybody. WA5DSS, back to the group.
Yes, sir. It's working well on both ends, so everybody's sounding good this evening. Let me see. I'll run through quite a few. I wonder if Rusty's out there and would like to take a shot at it. WK5R, are you out there?
Yes, I'm here, Jay. Go right ahead.
All righty. Well, it's your turn. KM5QS.
Okay, Jay. Appreciate it. Well, this is WK5R, and you're listening to the Boat Anchors Unlimited Net. Station here is my usual Kenwood PS590S, the audio and technical microphone, the homebrew GS35B amplifier, and the homebrew fan dipole. And I still hadn't had a chance to get my HT37 on the bench and try that ideal that Lynn came up with, because I've got too many other folks' pieces of equipment in the shop here to work on. I got 4 amps and 3 power supplies, so I'm covered up right now. Anyway, who else is out there for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now.
November 5, Juliet, India.
Okay, I got Jim there, and there was another station there, and I'll have to pick him up in a minute. Go ahead, Jim.
November 5, Whiskey Juliet Alpha. This is Jim. I'm in Lorenzo, Louisiana. On my new rig tonight as we dodging thunderstorms, so 7-3s. Back to you, Rusty. In 5, WJA.
That sounds good, Jim. Appreciate you checking in. We'll catch you later. Okay, the other station that was underneath Jim, come again.
November 5, Juliet, India.
No, go ahead, Ed.
Yeah, let me I found out what was going on. I had one of my switches off. Anyway, this is N5JJI coming to you tonight with a new set of old finals in an HW101 into a newly acquired Heathkit HM102 watt meter and SWR meter. Through an SB201 out the window to a inverted V homebrew up about 45 feet. And thank you for picking me up, Rusty. N5JJI.
Yeah, sounds fine there, Ed. You're a little bit down the band, but doing just fine. Or up the band 1 or 2, I forget which way it is here on the lower sideband. I think it's opposite of what you think. Anyway, it's working just fine. I'm sure if I slid down on your frequency, it'd sound great. From what I could hear, it did anyway. All right, appreciate you checking in, Ed, and we'll catch you next time. Who else is out there for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now.
KC5WLF. Good evening.
Yeah, go ahead, Jimmy.
There's Jimmy.
Go ahead, Jimmy.
Okay, well, good evening, everybody. Hang on, let me... All right, that might be a little bit better. KC5WLF in Austin, Cedar Park, actually. I don't claim Austin too much. I try not to. Anyway, we're running a D104 into a FT101 Zulu Delta, and from there into my FL2000 Bravo, and goes from there to the off-center fed dipole. Looks like I'm peaking around 800 watts here, so averaging about 6. So the old amplifier's doing a good job. Good evening, everybody. I hope everybody got some nice rain. We had some, and it sure helped the garden, and it cooled things down pretty nicely. But good evening to everybody out there in the net, and I'll hand it back to Net Control, KC5WLF. Thank you for taking me.
Oh, Jesus, sounds good there, Jimmy. Appreciate you checking in. We'll catch you next week. By the way, it's 88 degrees up here and only 27% humidity, so not too bad. All right, who's next for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now. Who else is out there for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now.
K0SED.
Yeah, go ahead, Steve.
Well, good evening, Rusty, and all you boat anchors. K0SED and Tyler. And as usual, I'm a trusty old Kenwood 520 and a Collins 30L1 to dipole up 40-odd feet. And that's about it from over here. Glad to see we got a little break from the 100-degree stuff, Rusty. Back to you, K0SED.
All right, Steve. Appreciate you checking in. The old 530 always sounds good. We'll catch you next time. Who else is out there for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now. Anybody else out there for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now.
I heard a station
I may have fished the pond dry up here, so K5LYN, WK5R. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, Rusty, somebody just doubled with you. Who was the other station?
Yeah, this is WV1E. There was a Sierra Charlie India trying to check in.
Well, let's call that person. SCI. Sir, are you still there? K5LYN. You want to call him, Doug?
Yeah, the station's trying to check in. I got Sierra Charlie India, is suffix SCI. This is Whiskey Bravo 1 Echo in the Boat Anchors net. Please come on in now. Okay, Kilo Fox 6 Tango, is that correct?
Yeah, India. I'm into that.
Okay, well, I have a very light copy on you, but come on in. Tell us what you're running and where you're located.
Well, no, I'm just trying to get by then, yes, but Don, I need you to call me. Are you easy? If you're available.
Boy, you just dropped out. Did anybody copy him?
I think he said he was just wanting to check his radio. But I think that's the guy that said the antenna trouble down there, and somebody was supposed to go and help him, and whether they got around here or not, I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't hear him. I wanted Don to call him.
Yeah, it was KF6TI, I believe. I couldn't hear him, but I think I recognize it.
He wanted Don to call him. Which Don? I thought there was two of them.
Oh, OZZ.
Roger.
OZZ, Don, where are you? He must have went swimming. All right, thanks, Sammy. WV1E.
Okay, have we given up on KF6?
So they got him and relayed his message. Lynn, go ahead.
Okay, all right. Boy, he didn't beat the Austin noise, but if he tries again, some of y'all will pick him up. All right, this is K5LYN returning here. Let's see if there's anybody else who needs to talk to me. We've had a great net tonight. The band is tolerable. It's not great, but it's going to be getting better now. With every day, it's going to get a little bit better. and the net's going to get longer and fuller. So let's see if there's anybody else who needs to talk to me this evening about vintage radio, K5LYN. Well, that's a negatory as far as my radio goes anyway. Jay, you want to put out a last shot here?
Alrighty. All right, folks, is there anyone else we haven't talked to yet for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now.
Oh, there's Mike way out yonder in Ruidoso. I can just barely hear him.
I'll pick him up because he's in the noise here.
Okay, go ahead and try it, Mike. I'm going to put my ear right next to the speaker. Over.
Okay, well, I think you should put his both out. And the H237 is down as well. So I'm on a South 6 transceiver. I count 701, 701, 708. And I throughput. So there you have it. Fair footage with an old transceiver. You copy that?
Yeah, are you on the HC37? Okay, I didn't quite get the rig there. Did you say a 781 or something like that?
ICOM 701.
QSL, I got it that time. Yeah, that's the very first solid state rig that ICOM came out with. Clickety click on a tuner. I remember that when I had one. All right. Appreciate you checking in, Mike. And sorry we had a little trouble pulling you out there. It might be maybe a little bit, maybe another 30 minutes, and you'd be on up there a little bit. Anyway, catch you next time. All right. Go ahead, Jay.
Hey, a quick comment, Rusty.
Go ahead.
Yeah, if K5TUE Brian was in here, he's in the Texas Panhandle, and he's the closest guy to Mike there. So if we ever have him, we could get him to call Mike when he's out there in Ruidoso. Okay, over to you, Jay.
Alrighty. Let's see. Is there anyone else out there before we call it good? Well, I didn't hear anything. I'd like to remind everybody, it's a little over 90 days, 92, 93, something like that, till Belton. So be thinking about it, and what you got to do to get there and to get us there. So, like Jim ZIV says, we're going to need money. We all going to need money to get up there anyway. All right, let's see. Bob is looking for a DX40 and a J38 key. He wants to rebuild his old novice station. So if anybody's got something like that laying around, get a hold of Kilo Alpha 5 Charlie X-Ray Gulf and help him out with that. As far as that's concerned, if anybody has any accessory plugs for a Signal 1 Charlie X-Ray 7 Alpha, well, I could use one. That's all I need. I got everything else, I think. Accessory plug for the it's one that's right underneath the power plug. But I've got a power plug, but don't have accessory plug. I know. Good luck. That's all I know. Anyone else out there before we call it out?
Question, Jay?
Go ahead, sir.
Is that a specialized plug? Is that anything I might have in my junk box if I knew what I was looking for?
It's an Amphenol plug. It's probably a 12 or 16 connection. It's probably got some jumpers on it on the bottom. It's one of those plugs that looks it looks like a slot with strips, about 12 or so strips. I don't know exactly the number, but anyway, it might be 8 strips on the top, 8 strips on the bottom, and the plug you plug into it, the one I'm looking for, goes inside, kind of like an old printer plug or something. It's an Amphenol, but I don't know what the number is on it. I haven't got it out of the book yet, but that's the only thing. Like I say, I'm going to pass this along to someone, and if I can find that plug, that'll be even better. Make it a lot easier for him to get everything going right.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty specialized. I'm sorry, I can't help, but I was willing to try.
Oh, no, appreciate it. If I can, I've got the manual, downloaded manual over here, so what I have to do is look in the parts list and see if it's got a more specific number, make it easier to find. It's not an emergency, you know, but I sure am looking forward to hearing that thing go anyway. I got real lucky. It was one of them deals you just stumble across, and you wonder how you got so fortunate, but if I am, I don't know. We'll find out. Okay, no one else. We're going to pass it to Rusty for the final countdown there. KM5QS WK5R.
All right, Jay. This is WK5R. With the final call for the Boat Anchors Unlimited net. Anybody else out there wants to check in the Boat Anchors Unlimited net before we close it? Come now. Well, I'm like y'all. I didn't hear a soul there, Artie. We appreciate everybody checking in, because Jay and Lynn and myself and a bunch of other guys out there know what to take these old rigs on there and keep them going. We'll look for y'all next week. So this is WK5R with the Boat Anchors Unlimited net, now closing the net and returning the frequency to normal amateur abuse. WK5R clear.